Hi guys, this is Chess Expert Oliver here. Today I'm going to show you a pretty crazy endgame. I have the black pieces. White played f4. An interesting move. Black can take advantage of this. If you want to take a second and try and find the move, it's a killer move, puts black at about probably 13.5 points ahead. So if you're thinking h5, I'm going to show you why that doesn't work. This killer move right here, c4, completely locks down the position. White is actually better here because the king is forced away from the center, or not the center, but away from a critical square, which is f6, because f6 holds g5 and e5, two squares. Black does not want white invading, so white will invade and win. And of course, g6 doesn't differentiate. It's still horrible for black, great for white. h6, same idea, doesn't really matter. Point is, there's only one move here, and it's c4. It took me a little bit to find this, but I'm sure even a 15 or 1600 rated player could find this move after some thought. Not immediately, but some thought. And this is just winning for black completely. Great for black. The best move is actually not to take, but it doesn't matter because this b pawn cannot play b5. If white were to play b5, the best move would be to take with the a pawn. Gotcha. Just kidding. Making sure you're paying attention. No, best move would be to take with the c pawn, and this is winning for black. There's no way to make progress for white. So white actually took. Doesn't really matter too much. But the next move here is critical, and that is c5. What if I didn't play c5 here? If I didn't play c5 here, like if I played h5, be losing, because the same idea. Again, same principle. You really have to put white in Zugzwang. So I played c5. Same principle. You have to put white in Zugzwang. You can't give up critical squares. So where does white go here? Well, what about h5? h5, h6. Point is, the white king is forced away, and now black's king is going to invade critical squares. So white saw this and didn't see a point of playing h5, rightly so, and the white king just retreated anyway. So king f3, white thinks maybe there's a chance, there's not. King invades, e5, very critical move. White tried king e3. Where does black go here? There's a very, very good move here. If you're thinking f6, this would be losing. White's going to play h5, not losing but equal. And now h6, right? There's no way to make progress here, really. Just pretty dead position. So instead of that, black should play h5. Lock down the position. This pawn's going nowhere. Neither is this pawn. I mean, this pawn is legally going nowhere. This pawn is advisably going nowhere. So, king f3. Now there's a pretty important move to be played here. It's f4. What? Giving up a pawn? Are you crazy? White's just going to take and be up a pawn. You're right. That's exactly what happened. White took and was up a pawn. But I played king f5, which is devastating for white because, again, the same principle. White has a doubled pawns now. I guess the whole lesson of this video is just doubled pawns are losing. Whoever has doubled pawns is going to lose. No. But the point is that the king is such a critical piece in the endgame, and Zugzwang is such a powerful tool. Zugzwang can be decisive, and it is in this case. White resigned here because he realized it doesn't matter where he goes. He could play king e3, he could play king g3, but he's going to lose control of f3. I have f3. Now what does he do? He loses. I just want to go back here and show you for a second. What if king e3? Of course, white did play king f3, but if e3, I calculated this too. It's important. I would play king e5, the same idea, and here white would actually play h5, and it's an interesting move here. The king goes back, and this is how you maintain an advantage. And if the king were to try to get some kind of advantage here, h6 forces the king away once again, unless you want to give up a pawn. I don't recommend that. And then, well, actually, you wouldn't give it up. Why would this be losing? Oh, right, because this pawn is going to march, and these pawns are going to fall. So the move here is king g5, very important, going after this g3 pawn, and white's best chance is to defend the g3 pawn by playing king f3. And then I have a very good move, f6. We finally make use of this f7 pawn, play f6, white's in Zugzwang, forced away from the pawn. If king f2, of course I'm just going to pick off the h5 pawn, this is completely winning. And of course, g4 doesn't do much either. This is also completely winning. So that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.